We're at the live stream of Max's murder, everybody. Hey! Eli, do it.
Should have done that like 2 weeks ago.
Kill him now.
Halloween themed.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't want to talk about murder after Halloween for a bit.
Okay.
We're here.
Well, I mean, that's gonna be pretty hard.
Yeah,
the whole point of Halloween.
The whole point of Halloween was weird. But so we're here. We're Kevin Spacey. Get used to it. For another episode of the news. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Max is alive. He was dead last week, I think.
Yay!
Yay! So I am Kien.
Kill.
Oh, no depressing
Jesus,
comment?
yeah.
I
Said his name. Something's wrong.
I mean, I said my name. That's depressing enough.
Yeah, that really is.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's weird. Gil's like saying his name now, and it's.
Alright, he did it once.
Yeah, like, he's done it once.
He's did it once or twice, and he said like Lig one time. And
Could have just been his evil twin.
Yeah, it could have been his evil twin.
Yeah,
I'm Eli.
I'm Max.
I'm still Jay.
Oh, you're staring me down.
Did you say yours?
I said I'm Eli.
Oh,
You
you're
didn't.
okay.
You weren't there for that.
Max,
Apparently
you
he
were
wasn't.
staring me down the whole
I'm
time,
so-
and
I'm
you
so
just
sorry.
kept
Yeah,
staring at me. I was like,
I'm so
Eli,
sorry.
do what you want.
Max, what did you do last weekend?
What was last weekend?
Josh's birthday.
Josh's birthday.
Oh, yeah. We got really drunk. And then decided to get really more drunk when we got back to his apartment.
Did you get really more drunk after that?
Did you play
No.
Monopoly?
No, we did not. We decided to play drinking games to movies. But I played with vodka instead of a beer. So I ended up passing out.
Truly, you are a man among men.
And Jay, you're finally not
High
sick,
praise
I
right
guess.
there.
Yeah, I decided to build find a noose and hang myself. Then I stopped.
It's Jay's ghost.
The news broke.
Yeah.
It's just like in Anchorman 2. He hangs himself from the lights, and then he falls.
That's some haunting fucking laugh.
It's Jay's ghost. That's why he's hiding the apartment.
I'm fine. It's in a long fucking week. Musical practice. is
Somebody
just
should
like-
record that laugh.
Right, yeah, Jay.
Then
Jay's.
for his
No, like,
funeral,
I've only been
when
there
they
for,
open
like-
the casket, that plays.
Oh,
So he's Halloween themed?
Yeah.
No, his laugh should be playing while he's going down.
Well, none of us are gonna be able to do that because he's gonna outlive us.
Yeah.
I think
Kien
I
might
got
make
myself killed first.
Y'all realize we're cremating Jay, right?
Right, and that's putting him in weed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Asian. He's gonna outlive us. That's someone else's problem.
Oh yeah, Jay, you're in a play. Do you wanna just pimp out that play while you're here?
I'm in the musical for the
What?
theater
Yeah, I am.
like Christmas, and that's been going fine. Starting next week, it's gonna go I think it's gonna be longer nights of practice, and the week after that, it's gonna be tech week. I think that's been personally hell week. Because tech week is like where you have everyone there. You have like all the band people. You have all your members. You're gonna be in costume, and then there's also gonna be like the technical tech week is like the site, like the lights and like the mics and stuff.
Is there a lot of costumes for that, or just like it seems like a very
I-
stereotypical one?
The costume, like, person in charge of costumes, and, like, this is, like, one of the biggest ones of costumes she's done.
Really?
Like, of all the people, and, like, there's a lot of, like, costume changes. I have, like, 3 or 4, I think.
You're also playing 2 or 3 people.
I will, like, my main character, Mike, and I'm in a nightclub, I'm on a train, I'm also a cameraman, and I'm a soldier. All the guys have to be soldiers because there's no guys, which is unfortunate, actually. But.
Yeah, that's actually is it a musical then, or is it just
Is a musical.
it is a
Yeah.
musical?
It's very first act heavy musical. And
Okay.
The second act is like short, which is really lovely. But it's like, oh, yeah, let's do act 2.
So what are the showings of these of this thing?
First 2 weekends of December.
The first 2 weekends of December. Okay, so if you want to support, if you are in Spencer, I know that we have people from like Arabia and Dublin that listen to this, but like if you're ever in Iowa and you want to go check this out in the next like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
it's sounding like it. Like I mean, there's a lot of people involved in it, and I always thought the plays were fun. Like I was in a couple. I thought they're fun. I think they're fun.
Their sets have come done really well, and like there's this beautiful in the background, like there's this when you pull the bar down.
Does Roger still do the sets?
Yeah, Roger.
Dude,
I
Roger
hope
does
Roger.
fucking
Roger's
awesome
really cool.
sets.
Yeah.
One of the musical, it was a murder mystery musical. He had this one plant that came up and like it shot air pressure and it looked like a dart hit someone.
Oh, that's cool.
He's so good.
Yeah,
like he's awesome.
He's just in charge. He says it's not like we know. It's like anyway, like there's just one part on the back. You pull up these barn doors. And there's this really beautiful like snowy winter like, country looking scene, and someone painted, and it looks fantastic. I can't wait.
Do you know who painted that, or
it's like Jan something?
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that Jesse's mom?
I have no idea who. It's just some Jan lady who's like, old. That's all
old Jan. We're just gonna call her Old Jan.
Like, she's just gonna whatever. But,
no, dude, it's fine. Like I find it very interesting. Spencer Community Theaters, the first 2 weeks of December, White Christmas. You can catch it with Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday's the matinee.
There's also a Thursday show. I think it's the first or second week of Thursday.
The second week.
Second week has the seventh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second week has Thursday showing. So, again, if you guys are in Spencer and you like theater, go and check it out.
Are there
Yeah,
pyrotechnics?
No,
No.
There's lights.
There's lights.
Then you're not doing something
Do
right.
any
Michael
of
Bay
the
would
settings look like a Metallica album cover?
No.
What the?
Well, then I'm not interested.
You lost us.
What have you been up to, Eli?
Working.
Yeah.
What
That's
type of work?
been my week.
Are you like killing
What?
people? It's like, is that what you
Yeah,
do now?
Jay. That's how I get so rich. No,
It's a
I
dirty
Well, that
job.
explains why you're broke.
It's a wet work.
We'll talk later. I got someone that you need to kill for me.
Oh, all right.
We keep it off mic. It's Jay, but
No,
Oh, fuck.
I've been
It's
tinning
okay.
the side of a building. That's just been my week.
it's been cold as shit
No,
too.
it has been. It's been
Yeah.
windy and cold as shit.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It is.
Gillyweed, how you been, man?
I think Max had something to say. He had
No,
something
I
to
was
say.
volunteering to be the one to get
Just
killed.
call him Gillyweed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Giller.
No, that one is a no.
Okay, Gilly, how have you been?
Tired.
Work.
Yes. Also,
You brought so you can't see this, but Gil has his leather cased fucking.
it's just a regular case, man. Settle down.
That looks like the type of shit Lara Croft would carry in her
Yeah.
adventures.
Like when Gil handed it to me, because like right when Gil handed it to me, a cop was by, he's like, "Here, put this in my dashboard." I'm like, "Gil, is this your heroin, man? Like it's in a leather bag? Like do you do drugs on the DL? Like how come you didn't tell me this? Come on, Gil. It's a Zelda theme. You could be a Zelda themed heroin addict.
It's Zelda themed drugs.
Yeah. I'm like,
Master,
"Oh,
Master Sword Syringe.
I have
take
no
me to Hyrule."
ocarina
Ooh.
pipes. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Yeah. I've just been setting up for Black Friday. It's a pain in the ass.
Here at the Rose Champagne's podcast, we call it African American.
We do call it African American Friday.
I don't go with that.
Black Friday is a weird time because this is the only time my mom is ashamed to be called an American. Because like,
Consumerism?
not even consumerism. She's like the crazy shit people do. Like she's like, I'll be like, fuck Trump. Yeah, America's awesome. Black Friday comes around. I'm not from America. I'm Asian again. Like, no other country do you see like two people fighting over a Hello Kitty toaster. That's like literally been my favorite viral video from Black Friday. Is people fighting over Hello Kitty toaster.
It brings us together by watching people tear themselves apart.
Yeah, if anything, that's just Darwinism.
Yeah, that's West, survival of the fittest. So, we've got the trailers, we've got some news, and so the first trailer we're going to talk about is the Greatest Showman. I honestly really like the way this looks. It looks really pretty. It's I think it looks exciting. You got the Red Power Ranger in it, apparently, Jay.
Yep, the Red Power Ranger, definitely. I think. Wait, that's Zac Efron.
Yeah,
He's not the Red Power Ranger. But he was in Nope, he wasn't in Stranger Things.
He was in Baywatch.
I didn't watch that movie. I heard it was
Nobody
just kind
did.
of shitty.
It was
Which makes me
stupid
disappointed.
funny.
You didn't like it?
I never watched it.
I thought it was garbage, but like there was some parts like the first half was funny, and then it was just the same joke over and over again.
Right? That's what made it funny, though. The entire movie was literally to parody itself.
I guess. Like 21 Jump Street did it better, but
It did.
It
I will
did.
not deny that.
Yeah.
So 21 Jump Street's amazing, so.
But with this, like I said, like I don't know. Eli doesn't like it because they're not hanging elephants from Florida.
All right, that's not what I said, but it's paraphrased.
I think it looks enjoyable. Like it looks pretty. It's aesthetically pleasing. I like the costumes in it. Like I'm a big fan of like if the movie's shit, their music numbers in it look like they're gonna be good.
At least the music numbers will be good, guaranteed.
Yeah, the music and choreography, because like Hugh Jackman is the greatest showman. I mean, come on, he's Wolverine and a Tony Award winning Broadway singer.
Wait,
Right.
he's won a Tony
I
Award.
love how you were like,
Oh.
he's the greatest showman. He played Wolverine, and then Wolverine, then he played Logan. Pretty much just Wolverine.
He was in Kate and Leopold, where he goes into the future and falls in love. Yes, it's a rum.
No idea.
He was in Les Mis. Did you not
Yeah,
like
he was
Les
in the
Mis?
robot fighting one.
Real Steel was
I
good.
don't remember the movie.
That was directed by the Stranger Things producer Sean Levy.
Yep.
But no, like I do really like I think besides Wolverine, Hugh Jackman really shines doing these Broadway-esque kind of things. Like,
Oh yeah, and he loves doing it.
right. And that's the thing. If you're passionate about a project, that's more power to you. Like Hugh Jackman seems like one of those people. For the most part now, you don't really see him in anything, but when he does something, it's good because he
Oh shit.
puts his heart into it.
Yeah.
Then we go into Rampage, and I dig it. I don't know about you guys.
Eh.
I dig it.
looks-
I like this trailer for Jumanji.
God damn it.
I mean, okay. So we're gonna go back into Time Machine. Rampage was a 1980 arcade game. Late 80s, early 90s.
90s.
Early. Okay, so it's early
The
90s.
original arcade games that came out for it were in the 80s, but when it came out to like consoles and stuff, it was.
Yeah, and that's when it was 3D on the N64. But like the thing about Rampage, that the thing that this does it different than Rampage is that the game, not they're both Rampage, is that they're not humans turned into animals. They're just animals gigantified.
Yeah.
So for me, the first thing that was jarring is that the wolf is not a humanoid, but it's climbing up buildings, and I'm like, and the more I watch it, I was like, the more it makes more sense to have it quadrupedal than bipedal.
Mhm.
And I think it looks interesting. I think it looks fun. Like, it's gonna be dumb.
It's gonna be dumb, but I'll watch it eventually.
Like I said, like, John isn't here, but he's always saying, like, video game movies are gonna be shit. This is probably gonna be the closest one to, like,
A decent one.
because the main plot of Rampage is them destroying the city.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a video game movie when I watched the trailer.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't reminisce of being a video game movie. They
Doesn't
took
even-
the concept of the video game and made a movie.
Right,
They
and I
gave
think,
it a story.
Yeah.
well, I mean, Rampage had a story. It was a shit story. Humans being,
The original Rampage didn't have a story.
yeah, the opening credit, like, when you ever played the arcade
Okay,
game,
it had like 4 paragraphs.
it just lets you know that they were experimental humans that now just eat people. This one actually looks like, the
Yeah.
only thing jarring is that George is an albino gorilla in the game. He's just a regular gorilla. So I
He's
guess,
kinda silvery-ish.
yeah, kind of. But it's just, I don't know. That was the only jarring part to me. The motion capture looks really good. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, like they actually really put an effort. You were really iffy on it, though, weren't you, Jay?
Jay.
It looks, it doesn't like it. Some of it looks cool,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't like really grab my attention. Like
I
I said, the guy who did San Andreas, like done by the same person who did San Andreas. Like San Andreas is really stupid. That just turns me off. Like from
No,
Because
I
he's
don't
bringing in The Rock.
no, I don't know. It's
I
just
like
same
The Rock.
director who
I
did
also like
that,
The Rock.
and like
Yeah.
I already watched a shitty fucking movie this year. I watched several shitty movies. The fucking
Geostorm.
Geostorm movie. Like I want to watch. Like it looks like I don't know. Geostorm was bad. But this doesn't look as bad as Geostorm. It just doesn't really like pique my interest.
No, that's very understandable. I don't know.
I think it looks good, but that's because it reminds me of War of the Monsters.
War of Monsters is a great game. I would
Yes,
say Grunt
It is a
came
great
back.
game. That's just what it reminds me of.
Yeah, and like I said, like again, I like that the fact that the creatures that are supposed to be quadrupedal are quadrupedal and not bipedal. So
Mhm.
I think that makes me excited. I'm assuming that The only thing that really got me is Izzy shows up, and Izzy in the original game was an iguana, and now she's a
Alligator.
alligator.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then we go to Hotel Transylvania 3, and I liked the first two because the guy who made Samurai Jack made them.
Yeah.
Gendy Karnakosky was the art director for Hotel Transylvania.
Well, that's
Makes
really
sense of
cool.
it.
Yeah, and I mean, like the thing that's always weird though is that you don't think his art style works well in 3D, and it was a little jarring at first when you see it. But I had fun with the first two movies. I actually liked the second movie way better than the first movie.
Nah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think the first movie had a little bit more heart, but for me, I thought the second movie was just fun.
Second movie was a lot more fun, a lot more adventure.
Right, and it was like a bro trip.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I didn't like about the second movie is I don't like the blob thingy. I think he's just the most unneeded character in the world. He's...
I think he was more just a troll extra character,
I don't know
basically.
the movies.
Yeah, and now he's in it again, and now he's... I don't know.
He's becoming more main cast. Oh well.
Then we go to the Deadpool teaser, and he
That
looks...
Yes.
looks so good.
What? What? With
Here's why the Deadpool teaser works for me. Every time we get these teasers, it's always just these like cut scenes in the trailer that isn't gonna be the movies most of the time. Most of the time you see teaser trailers, it's a different movie when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie goes all out and just been like, all right, we'll give you like a little bit, but we'll do this nice little Bob Ross painting.
Right? Like a third of the trailer isn't even trailer of the movie. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
You're like, I fucking love it.
It's fun, and
I love cocaine.
Like, I get that Deadpool's become maybe a little too mainstream. In my personal opinion, he has in a little bit.
Well, yeah, since the first movie, he's become like a household name now. You go anywhere and you ask who Deadpool, and they'll know about it.
Right.
It's like fucking Dark Souls.
Right. Well, you equivocated to the Rick and Morty, and I honestly agree with you that Deadpool has basically become... Deadpool and Rick and Morty are, like, in the same boat, in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's like people will take their shit out of context all the time and
Harley
just...
Quinn and Joker.
annoying.
Dub-a-dub-dub.
God, it's so
Pickle Rick,
terrible.
like, and all that. Like, you know what I mean, though? But that happens a lot, though. But the reason this works
Mhm.
is because Bob Ross is popular lately. Bob Ross had a fucking 17-hour Twitch stream of the Bob Ross Show on Twitch. So,
Really?
like, yeah.
Has a skin in Smite.
He has a skin in Smite?
There was a whole Bob Ross bundle.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
I own it.
fantastic.
You own it?
It's pretty good.
You
Yeah.
Is
are you
Zeus
a
Bob
proud
Ross?
owner?
Huh?
Is Zeus Bob Ross?
No, it's
Are you-
it's a Roman god.
Are you a proud owner?
Yeah, absolutely. No, they give you like a cool background too. Looks
Oh,
like
that's
a Bob
awesome.
Ross painting.
I mean, like, that's the thing. And then we go into the International Trainer of Black Panther, which is about the same with maybe a little bit. They decided to show, like, Thor and Iron Man and Captain America. And like I said, like, it still gets me excited that Johnny Storm gets to fight Black Panther.
Nah, man, it's Creed versus Black Panther.
And
Get it right.
like I said, like I know you did. I know you did not like Ragnarok, and I know you did not like Ragnarok as much as.
thought it was funny.
I thought it was okay. I just like it was definitely better than the other two. I just didn't like it as much as everyone else.
I really loved Ragnarok.
I
Hey,
wish
man.
they had taken it a different direction.
You
but
wish
yeah.
it would have been more
Yeah,
serious.
I
then?
wish they had made that movie serious instead of the other two.
Like, hey man, what's up? I'm Doug. I'm Korg. Yeah, you know what? You sound like Doug. I'm gonna call you the new Doug. Seems like you had a very sexual, intimate relationship with your hammer. I loved it. I thought it was fun.
It was great.
And I think obviously Black Panther's gonna be a different movie. It's not gonna be funny.
I feel like this could be Luke Cage part two.
Luke Cage Part 2?
Yeah.
Because they're black?
No,
Racist.
kind of, but they pretty much just throw the entire urban feel at you again. But it's
Don't get-
Wakanda. It's like a futuristic city and stuff. I don't get.
They had 2
Why?
chains before they have
Yeah,
3
pretty
chains,
much.
not 2 chains. Lil Wayne is big there.
Tupac never died. They just abducted him.
Tupac
Surely
and Biggie
he
are
is
living.
their king.
Tupac and Biggie are living in Wakanda.
What if that's actually what happened?
Then we go into
It's
the.
on to something.
It is still. It is what happened.
Then we go into the Quiet Place, and that stars Emily Blunt and Jim from The Office. John Krasinski. He's the one who's like, oh, hey, it's Jim.
Yeah, it was. I knew who it was.
I automatically knew this movie was bullshit, though, because the movie's all about being silent, and those bitches are playing Monopoly.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be silent during
There
Monopoly.
ain't
That's what you
no
do.
way.
Five
Five
turns in,
minutes.
just be like, fuck it! Board throw.
And, like, obviously Monopoly suck because they set the shit on fire. They're like, Junkers is like, what the fuck did you do? Shh. You know, like, and this is one of the trailers where, like, I feel like it's gonna M. Night Shyamalan us, and it's like the trees are killing them or something like that. And that's how I feel. And I think, I mean, it looks pretty.
No, like you guys said, I'm pretty sure that somebody would have made a bunch of noise beforehand.
Yeah, just like fucking sneeze and
Like,
you're
you
dead.
sneeze, what the fuck's gonna happen?
I totally understand that. Like, I get you on that. And then we go into The Strangers 2, and
That's a thing.
I didn't even know they were making a second one. The
I
thing
didn't
of,
even know there was a Strangers movie.
yeah, okay, so
2007?
2007. It's been 10 years since the first Strangers came out. The thing about this is that I hate when people put inspired by true events because they took it from the Manson family,
Based.
on true events. Yeah. I don't know. I like the music he has that he's gonna kill people with. I think that was enjoyable. Yeah, it's one of those things. And then I'll let you Whovians explain the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Mark Gatiss is in this again. He's been in Doctor Who a couple times.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically, back to World War One, stumbles across previous
the
Doctor,
first Doctor.
and they mindfuck a World War One. What was he, a commander or something?
I don't
like
know, it
that?
was
He
like,
was a
oh,
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By World War One, he was like, oh no, spoilers.
What do you mean by
One? Oh shoot.
I think it looks interesting though. Like I think it's fun.
They gave us no context as to what's going to be happening in the episode, so that's what makes me excited.
They just had one doctor roasting the other one.
Kind of.
But
yeah.
I think that's the nice part about like when these things come out. It's like the nice part to leave the mystery of what it is, because like then it just like questions like how is Capaldi going to reincarnate? Regenerate, not reincarnate. And did you? I never got asked you. Did you see Jodie Whittaker's new look?
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like it.
I like it,
Yeah,
and
it's going to look really good.
I like the way they explain it too. It's like they get the most effeminate but yet masculine looking things that she'll be running and shit like that. She's not wearing like skirts or anything.
Mhm.
She's like a doc. She looks like a doctor.
It's funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a functional doctor costume.
Yes.
What are you laughing about?
I'm just like, you were talking about her dress, and I was like, I don't know, because like in Jurassic World, the one girl ran away in heels, so I think you can just run in anything.
Fuck that movie. Fuck the logic in that movie. The movie's fun. There's no logic in some of that Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Then we go into our movie news. Longtime DC movie producer Chris Roven reveals Warner Brothers does not have a script for Man of Steel, and it may not even happen.
I hope it doesn't. The first one was awful.
I feel like they're just waiting to see how the Justice League does.
Well, it's been lackluster.
Next thing we know, Martha's gonna jump in the middle of an earthquake for no reason.
Just-
Martha.
That should be fun.
Justice
Probably.
League producer Mark Roven also says that Joss Whedon only reshot around 15 to 20% of the movie after Zack Snyder's departure. So I feel I'll wait for it when we talk about our predictions, but I just have a strong feeling about this movie.
Reeks of Suicide Squad.
That
Wonder
doesn't sound good.
Wonder Woman 2 has moved its release date to November 2019 to avoid direct competition with Lucasfilm's Star Wars Episode 9. It's very
Good-
smart on their behalf.
Good
Yes.
idea.
Well, you
Yeah.
see, Disney, like I said in a little earlier podcast from a week or so ago, like, Disney's a fucking cuntbag when it comes to their policies on movies. It has to be, their film has to be on the biggest screen for 2 weeks. Second of all, if you're a smaller movie theater, you're basically fucked over because you can't, like, you're not going to be able to, like, have your other movies on that. If you have, like, one screen, you can't show any other movies.
Right, so
besides
like
that movie.
like Emmitsburg and everything like that,
Yeah.
it's just SOL. My thing about this and the also Wonder Woman news that we had is that Gal Gadot was like, I don't want Brett Ratner in this movie and producing the movie because he produced his Platinum Dunes or whatever, produced a part of that movie, which is understandable because Brett Ratner is a stupid douche and has been known for sexually assaulting people. So he's not in the movie. Hooray! Also, you know, when we look at the Justice League star, Ben Affleck says he's contemplating his role in Matt Reeves' the Batman, as well as his future as the Cape Crusader on screen. Before I bring up who they're wanting to bring in as Batman, who do you think would make a better Batman than Ben Affleck?
I actually like Ben Affleck's Batman.
I do too, but like if he does leave, who
The
where-
Affleck duck.
I'd like someone, I don't know.
Eddie Murphy.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Honestly,
I want to have,
Tim Curry.
no, who played Batman in the original Batman movie?
Michael Keaton,
Michael
Adam
Keaton
West.
play old man Bruce Wayne and have a fucking
Batman Beyond movie.
Beyond, yeah, Batman Beyond.
Honestly,
Harrison Ford.
if before they would, I wish they would have casted Batman being instead of the elder statesman, the younger Batman. I would have totally wanted Jensen Ackles to be Batman. I'm sorry, I think he would have made an awesome
That was
Batman.
really cool for Batman.
But if we're going older Batman, I want Carl Urban. I'd have Carl Urban be Batman because he was fucking
He's a very
awesome in
confident
Dread.
actor. Yeah, Dread. Holy fuck.
Carl.
No, and Judge Dredd kicked motherfucker.
Dude, he
ass.
kicked. He was a shitty Scourge the Executioner, but he was good in Dread. And he takes that role for serious. As much as we give shit about how bad of a character Scourge was, Carl Urban was in the gym all the time. You couldn't see how jacked he was because of all the armor, but he took consideration to the character of he's a warrior, so he's obviously going to be
Whoever plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones is Batman.
no.
He's fucking gigantic.
Actually,
He's not stealthy at all. He kills people.
the Hound, him just saying cunt to all the villains.
You'd be able
becomes
to recognize him.
Yeah, it's become Jay's favorite character is Batman saying cunt and killing people. The rumor is that if Ben Affleck leaves,
Oh no, no more Batman. Shoo.
Jake Gyllenhaal is in talks to taking over the role.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Which is weird because Jake Gyllenhaal is about the same age as Henry Cavill. So the only way they can do it is, who knows?
Gyllenhaal?
What? Gyllenhaal?
Gyllenhaal.
I don't know. What the
Jared Leto, but only if he keeps the shiny teeth.
yeah.
It's the next Batman.
Maggie's brother.
Maggie brother. Glenn, I'd like Stephen Yeun to play Batman.
Fuck yeah.
Larry
That'd
the
be
Cable
awesome.
Guy.
No! Henry Cavill claims that the true Superman will be born in the upcoming Justice League film, following the death and resurrection of Kal-El. So are we not going to have Mopey Superman?
I just want to see a fucking cyborg Superman and have that happen.
I want no Mopey Superman. I know Ryan doesn't do recordings with us, but it always made me mad when Ryan was like, Superman's awesome because he's dark. And I'm like,
I still don't even think he's that dark.
he's not dark. He's just a whiny little douche.
He let his dad
Yeah,
die.
I was gonna say, Batman is dark. He
Yeah.
breaks people's bones and shit. Superman is just man,
Batman
I
kills
have all
people
this power,
unintentionally.
but I'm
Well, except
I'm
in
not
this universe.
human.
J.K. Simmons talks about the more imposing and badass elements of his Justice League character. Specifically, Gordon was in his past was a Marine. Commissioner Gordon was a Marine, and from what I've heard is J.K. Simmons really isn't only in there for 10 minutes, and they were just posting all the DC websites were posting did you see J.K. Simmons getting ripped and things like that? I'm like, for what? He's wearing a trench coat the entire time.
But he wears that trench coat wonderfully.
Wonderful.
I look for J.K. Simmons in the movie. I don't know. That's not looks like he's good.
Solid opinions, Jay.
I liked him as J. Jonah
Did you know
Jameson.
James? He also was good in Whiplash.
He was a douche in
He
Whiplash.
did really well at it.
I loved that
And
movie.
then
though.
I liked him as the dad in
Juno.
no, not too.
He was good. He was good as the dad in Juno.
Oh god,
I Love You Man.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
He was Andy Samberg. Yeah, he was my best with the future son.
Yeah. So then Ezra Miller and Gal Gadot says the tone of the DC Extended Universe will only become more diverse and more movies are added to the community. Coming slate. So what this means is that another thing is they're not going to do the Marvel route. They're not going to make intertwining movies that lead to Justice League. They're just doing more one-shotties. It's their own story and there's no oh, but Superman might show up. and shit like that. You
You
look,
pay for Wonder Woman, you get only Wonder Woman.
which is fine. I think that's great.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I like it, but at the same time, I don't think it'll do as well.
Right. DC's chief creative officer Jeff Johns suggests a version of Batman will play a crucial role in the upcoming Flashpoint movie. Yeah,
Which version?
it's fucking Thomas Wayne.
That was facetious.
I know. Like, I hate when they're like, oh, a certain version of Batman. It's not Ben Affleck, but it might be someone else you might know. Might play a crucial role of Batman in the Flashpoint movie. I'm like, I think every nerd who has ever seen Flashpoint, the animated movie, or read the comic books already know.
Thomas Wayne, the
Thomas-
psychopathic murderer.
With Martha as the Joker.
Dude, I'd fucking love that. Have fucking Glenn's wife be...
I hope that happens.
Yeah, I want that. Like, I'm down for that. Get rid of Jared Leto. Give me a female Joker. Fuck that noise. Flash actor Ezra Miller says he wants the Injustice League to be the main villain in the Warner Brothers Justice League 2. I would actually find this super...
I'm not too familiar with the...
They're basically the anti-Justice League. They're, do you remember the shitty Super Friends? And they're like, the Legion of
Lex
Doom.
Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
Joker.
watched
Do you remember the old school Justice League animated series?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Injustice League was the one in Unlimited that Lex Luthor created.
Oh,
With Gorilla Grodd.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
See, and I think the one thing that I hope DC learns from Marvel is to stop fucking killing your villains.
Yeah.
That is my biggest... Okay, that has always been my biggest problem with any superhero movie, is that they always kill their villain.
Yeah.
Iron Man. I know everyone's like, Red Skull's still alive in Captain America. Like, I hate that. Like, I don't like Loki as much as everyone else, and Loki has been the only consistent villain besides Thanos.
I mean, Daredevil kept their villains alive.
I know, but we're talking about, like, the movie universe.
They kept the pirate alive in Avengers, because he's in Black Panther now, like the gun smuggling guy.
Yeah.
I don't know his fucking name.
She's,
Andy Serkis.
yeah.
But, like, that's my thing. And that's what, from rumors that they said, is that DC is slating, obviously DC's cares, I'm gonna put air quotes on cares about their villains, because they made a villain movie, The Suicide Squad, and they're not really villains.
They're trying to care.
They're trying, and, like, I would actually want to see a Justice League versus Suicide Squad movie. I think that movie would be interesting. I mean, they'd lose right away because Superman's there.
You can't have Will Smith play a villain, though. They probably wouldn't lose. He'd probably just charm the Justice League.
No, they'd have to
They'd
team up
team
at the
up,
very
yeah.
end. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Take down somebody else.
Shazam star Zachary Levi says Warner Brothers' upcoming DC film movies DC movie will be like Tom Hanks' movie Big, but with superpowers. Do you not know how excited I am about Shazam, guys?
I do. I just don't care.
Tom Hanks, Jay.
Tom Hanks is going to be in it?
No, it's gonna be Zachary Levi's Shazam is gonna be like the movie Big, but with superpowers.
Holy
That
shit.
sounds fucking awesome.
That does sound pretty great.
I can only imagine Shazam just dancing on an electric piano. Yes.
The only thing that can make the
Knuckles.
movie worse.
But he's going to have statutory rape with that. What a chick's going to statutory rape him.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
That happens in Big.
I know. Oh, stop it. After some controversy on
Shazam took a dark turn.
After some controversy on social media, the Amazons themselves are speaking about their new costumes in the Justice League movie. Now, if y'all didn't know, have you all seen Wonder Woman?
Yes.
I have not.
I like
Do you remember the Do you remember the armor in Wonder Woman?
No.
It was fucking armor.
Yeah, it did its thing.
Like,
You say it was fucking armor.
no, sorry. It was armor in okay. So this is what the Amazonians look like in the
Battle.
In battle. These are what the Amazonians look like in Wonder Woman. They're fully clothed.
Functional
They're
armor.
functional armor. They're like legitimately functional armor. This is what they look like in Batman vs Superman. Not Batman vs Superman. Justice League. There's a sheer difference.
They're
Wait,
fucking
when did we
leather
decide to
kitties.
watch Mad Max?
They're like, all right. I'm not saying this isn't like it's sexist because they're supposed to look sexy. My thing about this is, yes,
Do their thighs jiggle?
their thighs do jiggle.
Oh, well,
They
they're
are
still,
real
they're still
girls.
real, yeah.
honestly, my thing about this, and this isn't me being... as a dork, it's a consistency error for me. You know what I mean? Where, like...
To be fair, it's been 50 years.
What the fuck ever, Gil? They've had that same armor for hundreds of years.
Culture changes when you come into America.
Right? I was gonna say, they've been living on an island for how long now, and then all of a sudden they're thrust into the modern world.
They
So
weren't-
they're gonna go, I like bikinis.
But they weren't thrusted in... Oh.
They kind of
They were never... Like, Diana leaves and her mom says, you may never come back. And then you never hear about the Mascaria again.
Well, their
Like-
barrier was down.
Shut the fuck...
They can't stop people
Shut
from
the
coming
fuck-
in anymore.
Why are you... I'm not... Okay, I'm not
I'm not
mad.
trying to go against you. I'm just saying there are some explanations.
Right, I get you on
Possible
that.
explanation.
Like, they just found a Victoria's Secret, like, washed up ashore, and they're like, you
He
know
brought
what?
it with him, and when he crashed his plane, it went out.
They're like, you know, this armor seems very reasonable. Leather bikinis instead of this clad armor that we wear. It's lighter.
It's probably functional.
With everyone expecting a big announcement about Marvel Phase 4, Kevin Feige confirms that the fans won't know what's next until after Avenger 4. Kevin Feige teases that several Marvel Cinematic Universe characters will evolve during the events of Marvel Infinity War and Avengers 4.
God, I hope.
Yes?
Is this like Pokemon evolution?
Yeah!
They're going to
the Winter
Mega
Soldier
Evolve.
become... Yeah. Like, Tony Stark is evolving. Bum, 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 bum,
He is
bum.
ultimate Iron Man.
I hope you can do like just like morph them together.
To make Charizard?
Yeah, just have like Iron Man
Fusion dancing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Who would you want to see fusion dance, though?
All of them.
All of, they all just put the Patara earrings on and they just like collide together. And Thanos is like, oh, I did not sign up for this shit at all.
He looks at his gauntlet of powers like, we're gonna be in for a rough day.
He uses the reality J. Everyone is a female now. Nerds on the internet. No! Everyone is going to be gay, ethnic, or a female in our Marvel universe.
It's like they're all different colors.
Truly, they can combine to form the Megazord, the Charizord.
The Charizard. For some reason, yeah, they have 5 Charizards of different colors, and they're like, we must form Charizard.
Come together.
That's the next Ultron.
According to Thor Ragnarok, Eric Pearson, Thor originally developed a romantic relationship with Valkyrie in the scripts, but that was written out. I'm very happy about this.
Yay!
I mean, it's played out low key.
It is, but that's the thing. It's played out low key. They're not like, "I love you" at the very end. They're just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like,
true.
"Hey, do you want to go on a date?" No. All right. Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
I like that though. Like this was like one of the first movies that didn't have a romantic, like you know.
If anything, they can be drinking buddies.
Yeah, that's fine. She's Max's favorite character of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Who?
5 seconds in, and
Valkyrie.
she's already sloshed.
Yep. Took me 7 seconds of watching her and went, yep, she's my favorite character.
Thor Ragnarok overtakes Logan and Wonder Woman at the international box office, earning more than the fellow superhero films. It has made $3 billion more than both of those movies.
God damn.
Billion, god dang.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking big. Apparently, I mean,
Throw obvious jokes in your movie. That's how you make money.
If that were true, then Adam Sandler would be richer.
he is
You can't
very
get
rich.
any richer.
Fucking rich.
Yeah, did you know how much Pixels made back? A fucking lot.
Yeah.
He's making residual
Really,
money off of everything.
It makes me so
I did
mad.
not hear good things about Pixels.
No, but everybody saw Pixels.
I didn't.
I didn't watch it.
I saw it.
I
Kinda
watched
wanna
enough
see it.
for you guys.
That's sad. I didn't
Sony
see-
Pictures is moving forward with the Morbius Living Vampire movie as part of the Spider-Man spin-off universe that includes Venom. Don't call it a Spider-Man spin-off universe if you don't have Spider-Man. That's my
not?
biggest complaint. Are you laughing at that or?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
but that's funny too. No, but I think it'd be fun to have Morpheus in there. It's just a.
They could always add in like a different
No.
Spider-Man, like the Crimson Spider.
Ben Ryan.
No, I think it would be cool just to have more of the living vampire. Did you say Blade already? Did you mention Blade?
Blade's owned by Marvel.
Yeah, but Spider-Man. Oh,
But it's
fuck.
Sony Pictures.
God
like-
damn it! I just want to have Blade just come in there like, hey.
But he'd be like, hey.
He'd be like,
He's got the
hey.
fucking Fonzie.
Yeah, he's called Fonz.
Becomes
Hey.
black
It's just-
vampire.
Yeah, he hits the jukebox. That's just Blade's scene. Blade's like, hey, hits the jukebox and just leaves. I would pay money to see that
Black
scene.
vampire Fonz.
He wears enough leather to be Fonzie, okay?
Okay,
He wears
that's
more
fair.
than enough.
He wears more than enough. And, like, just give him the pompadour. His afro just becomes a pompadour. He's got the glasses for it. Okay, the thing about this is that, like, it's a very interesting concept to have Morbius, you know, the living vampire, because he's not technically a vampire. He's not a supernatural vampire. He was genetically... Spider-Man.
He's
fucking-
bat-based Spider-Man.
Okay,
Batterman.
the origin story of Morbius the Vampire is fucking stupid, and I'm going to explain it in a quick abridged thing that'll only take a minute. Morbius has a rare blood disorder and was using vampire bats to cure his rare blood disorder. The vampire bat hits a proton ray, bites Morbius. Morbius wakes up being pale and able to fly without wings, just levitate, because that's what vampire bats do. And in his hands, he doesn't have vampire fangs. He has hemoglobin suckers that sucks out your hemoglobin.
Seems legit to me.
Yeah. So I mean, if the Spider-Man extended universe becomes more like a, you know, horror movie monster universe, like the Dark Universe would have
Let's
been.
not go there.
You know what? It could actually work. It could actually work as if these guys are playing these movies as like a pseudo horror film. It could work. Morbius and Venom make great horror villains in a movie standpoint. In my mind. Because they are dark brooding people that really don't have very much to do besides kill people.
See, that's why they could add Crimson Spider. I'm pretty sure he's the one who kills people.
Yes.
Fox is developing a multiple man movie with James Franco and the guy who wrote Wonder Woman. Do you guys know who Multiple Man is?
No.
He's
No.
able to clone himself.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, but I guess I can guess
He
his power.
multiplies himself. I can only imagine a James Franco. Like, I want him to play it as Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
Oh, Tommy Wiseau, multiple man.
Tommy Wiseau, Multiple Man.
I hit her.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Wolverine.
Get back out there. Just die.
I like the thing about this is like I said, Fox is taking a lot more risks because they say this is going to be a comedy, not as black of a comedy as like Deadpool is, but it's going to be a comedy movie. It's supposed to be a comedy heist film, and like I said, Fox is taking a lot more risks with their X-Men properties now, with like Deadpool and New Mutants. Like I know everyone's like, oh, Deadpool's stupid, New Mutants looks dumb, but like at least Fox is like trying to evolve their movies instead of just doing this just the same. Here's a superhero. Here's a bad guy. They have to fight this bad guy. Bad guy dies.
Instead, they're making this is a superhero. Now they're in a
I
horror
feel like
movie.
I feel like they're just taking more risks because they don't want to sell back to Disney, so they're just like, fuck it, try anything, throw it all out there.
And yet we still haven't gotten an official pornography.
Nickelodeon.
Had to use the word official.
Yeah, that was the kicker on there.
John would prove you wrong. Nickelodeon's
Oh, you
90s
would.
children anthology horror series, Are You Afraid of the Dark, is now being adapted to a movie by Paramount Players.
They
Okay.
can do it.
They could, but I feel like it's gonna end up like Goosebumps and like
I feel if they could play it for the same angle that they did, go for a PG-13 rating.
right.
Keep it in
And
the same tone.
I
as
think
the
they should do
series.
like a horror anthology. Like honestly, I know
Tales from
everyone.
the Crypt?
Yeah, like a child's Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Like,
basically.
I like the Goosebumps movie. Like, I'll admit it, I thought it was fun. I thought it was goofy. I thought it was zany.
I haven't seen it.
It was funny. I don't know, did anyone else besides me see the Goosebumps movie?
I did. I liked it.
I liked it a lot, but, like, I honestly wish they would have done a horror anthology instead, you know what I mean? And I kind of wish that, this is the only problem I had. Slappy the Dummy's a bitch. Y'all should have done the Haunted Mask as the main bad guy. That would have worked a lot better for Kien.
Slappy is much better known, though. That's why they did Slappy.
Was he though? Because I thought the Haunted Mask was as known as Slappy. Really? I don't know.
Both equal.
As someone who didn't see the
pretty
movie,
well
it
known.
all just sounds terrible.
So, director Sam Mendes drops out of the live-action Pinocchio remake, leading to speculations he may be returning for Bond 25. I'm getting old. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish Daniel Craig wasn't James Bond anymore. I want a new Bond. We've had like 4 movies with him.
Idris Elba as Bond.
Idris Elba's Bond.
Back
Tom Hardy
to
is
Sean
Bond.
Connery.
Back to
He's in a wheelchair. I don't know what
The Weinstein Company sold Paddington Bear before it filed for bankruptcy in the wake of their Harvey Weinstein sexual assault to Warner Brothers Pictures for domestic rights for the film. I don't know. I like Paddington Bear, the book, as a child. It's kind of sad. Co-writer Danny McBride expresses his hopes about the 2018 Halloween sequel reboot, confirming that it exists in an alternate reality. So they can do whatever the fuck they want, apparently.
I really hate it when they do that.
The alternate
Just like-
realities.
Well, just like X-Men too. Where they're just like, fuck it, we're going back in time. Nothing ever happened. Erase all the bad movies.
Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, originally rumored to center around the Manson family murders, isn't really about Charles Manson at all. God, fuck you, Quentin Tarantino.
What's it about?
They don't know.
God damn
He's
it.
keeping it secret.
Manson Unchained.
Manson, he's dying. Did you know that? Yeah, he's in critical condition.
He's unchained.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Uprocks posted a thing. I'm like, why are you fucking talking about him? He's a piece of shit. But no, like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Jay, let's be honest. Quentin Tarantino, it would be a Quentin, like, I don't think the Manson family ever said the N-word profusely if they were a white dude. So, like, it's not it's not a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like, literally, I think that's why Quentin Tarantino did in Django Unchained. He's like, I can say the N-word all I want in this movie.
Oh, God.
So this is an interesting. Mad Max Fury Road director George Miller says he is entitled to a bonus that Studio Warner Brothers is wrongly withholding from him and is suing them for $5 million.
$1 million.
Apparently, Warner Brothers has been withholding money from George Miller after Mad Max Fury Road, and it made a substantial amount of money.
Why would Warner Brothers do that, though?
Greedy
The
bastards.
movie corporation is a very fucked up place.
'Cause
This
they're-
hasn't.
They're trying to be Disney, who can just do that stuff because they're Disney.
This hasn't been the first time this kind of shit has happened. Like, I remember the original Mortal Kombat had this issue.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Jason Momoa is starring in the Crow reboot, and it begins production next year. I'm really I like The Crow a lot, and I've talked about how much I like The Crow in this. I'm really excited for this. Like, I think Jason Momoa makes the perfect Crow.
Oh.
He's just gonna have his. I'm just gonna be like, hey, it's Aquaman, but the Crow. Instead of a crow, it's like a fish that follows him around. Fish vision. You look disdained about this, man.
I am.
You know, just as long as life doesn't imitate art again.
Haley Steinfeld, latest human star of the Transformers franchise, shared the first logo of the Bumblebee movie.
I don't
She
think
was in-
Bumblebee should get his
She
own
was in
movie.
Wait, she was in fucking Transformers?
She's in Transformers in the Bumblebee movie.
I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
Oh, it is. John Cena's in it, so.
They're going for a
Is,
cash grab.
Is there still just going to be explosions up the ass?
Basically.
Yeah.
You can't tell what's going on.
Well, it's not directed by Michael Bay, so it might be a decent movie.
Oh my God.
Not really.
It doesn't matter.
See, but would those make those movies
Tom
better or
Hanks.
worse? Because then you'd be able to tell what's going on. You might get bored.
No, that's understandable. So, with this in mind, Hasbro has moved to buy out Mattel, one of its chief rivals, with valuable brands at play. A merger could drastically affect the toy market and the movie market. Who else would be excited for a Hot Wheels movie?
No.
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 No, because they'd have to find a plot and it'll just be awful.
They were the
Well, the
animated
Trans
Hot Wheels-
Joe, silly
I
Billy.
watched the animated Transformers. Not Transformers. Well, I did that too. But
Trans
the
Joes?
animated Hot Wheels films when I was a kid. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I was a
Those
kid.
were
Didn't
okay.
Hot Wheels had this one weird one where they were traveling dimensions and racing to get rings and shit. It was weird.
The fuck?
Yeah, they were all okay.
Battle Force 5, I think.
Battle.
that's what it was.
Yeah, and then there was 7 of them at the end of it. And why?
Yeah.
There was a team where they one rode a tank, one was a race car driver, one had a helicopter, so they were all edgy extreme sports dudes. Like,
This is why I didn't play with Hot Wheels when I was a kid.
this is actually a very interesting one. Jordan Peele's socially conscious horror hit Get Out will compete at this year's Golden Globes in the musical or comedy division.
What?
It is labeled as a comedy. And Jordan Peele said it's not a comedy, it's a documentary, because I've had so many people tell me that they have felt the same way when being an African American meeting someone's parents. It's weird to me because it wasn't a comedy whatsoever. There was some funny parts
there
in
were
it.
funny parts in it, yeah. But it was not. It wasn't scary. It was just like it was a thriller.
It was a
wasn't
surreal
scary.
movie that really I liked it.
I did too. It was a good movie.
So Denis Villeneuve's forthcoming adaptation of the classic novel Dune will be completely different from David Lynch's 1984, claims the director. I'm excited for Dune. I don't know if you guys have ever watched
I've
it.
never seen it. I've heard it was good.
It had Sting.
I'd prefer Doom. But
Yeah.
like a decent
That's what I
one.
thought you said at first. And I was like, I'm
Dune.
super psyched. And you were like, Dune. And I was like, oh, I don't care.
Sony, interesting. Sony Pictures Entertainment is looking to purchase 20th Century Fox after it was revealed Disney was in talks to acquire the company. That would be a weird merger because then Sony, that could actually be in Marvel's good graces if Sony bought it, because Marvel took over Spider-Man. If Sony buys over 20th Century Fox, Marvel would be like, do you want to make a deal? Like, real quick? Can we get the X-Men back?
At this point, I feel like it'd just be weird if they added the X-Men to the MCU.
Really? Yeah, it would be. But Thanos has the reality gem. He could alter reality, Eli.
Yeah, they'd have to write that shit in.
That'd just be lazy writing.
Get Out's Catherine Keener and Better Call Saul's Bob Odenkirk both secure roles in the Pixar's long-awaited sequel, The Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
I only want Bob Odenkirk to play The Incredibles like fucking sleazy
Yeah.
fucking lawyer, like, I see, you punched another building. We'll just say you were just doing some recon.
Well, if that's to be the case, I want the lawyer from fucking Arrested Development, the Fonz, to be the lawyer then. He's just a fucking horrible lawyer. I'm sorry, but
I know I mean,
Yeah,
Edward
like,
Winkler
it's-
would be funny too,
yes.
but like I don't know, like I can only imagine who Bob Odenkirk is gonna
no,
play.
if
He's
he
like,
plays the villain, that'd be great. Some sleazy, horrible villain.
yeah,
I'd be fine with
Just
that.
a lawyer.
just yeah. It's just a lawyer. In a new interview with the Predator co-star Edward James Olmos says full praise of the Shane Black directed comedy, calling it funny yet deadly. I don't want that.
Wait, Predators would be a comedy?
Apparently, it's funny yet deadly.
No. Wait, did Shane Black do Kiss Kiss Fame?
Yeah,
That was a great movie.
he was also in the first Predator.
Yeah, he got killed.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want it to
It's
be.
gonna be set during Christmas.
I'm gonna be so pissed off at it if it is. Like, every fucking Shane Black movie in existence is set on Christmas. Iron Man 3 came out in May. Do you know what time it was set in? Fucking Christmas. I'm like, why? Did he not have was he not happy as a child? That's like the only thing I can imagine. Like,
Didn't have Christmas.
didn't have Christmas, so all his movies have Christmas
No,
in
the
it.
good guys had.
He's trying to.
Oh, I think it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
It was like a week before. It had Christmas stuff in it.
He's trying to kickstart the consumerism in May.
All right, so the sequel to Fantastic Beasts gets pictures of the cast and a title. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
I'm fine with this.
Are you, Max? Did you like Fantastic Beasts?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Okay. In your opinion, and I know you and I and Jay has talked about this during supper. Do you think it should have been called Fantastic Beasts?
No, the only reason I think it's getting that name is because it's going to be a continuation of that story.
Right.
The original movie Fantastic Beasts shouldn't have been called that either, though.
Right. I don't think I understand why they chose Fantastic Beasts because Newt Scamander did write the legitimate book
Yeah,
that Harry
but-
Potter uses.
But that's not the topic of the movie.
No, it is a political movie about wizardry in the 1920s.
Yeah.
My thing about this is that I thought the title of the Crimes of Grindelwald would be better without it makes no sense to call it Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. It's like those two don't correlate at all.
It's more just to keep in.
Did you
people's
see
minds
the,
fact
new
that it's the
pictures,
same
though?
cast.
Probably.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
like
not
it.
getting up to go see them.
Dumbledore is played by Jude Law. I like Jude Law.
I do too.
I think
I'm
Jude.
okay with that.
And then apparently the fat dude's back, which is I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I'm happy about that.
He didn't get what do the Auroras do? Fucking memory wiped him.
I thought they did.
They did.
They did. with
He
Ray.
just
But he kind of
He remembers it through
Yeah,
dreams.
They did, but he's gonna get his memories back. That was one of the things they talked about for a long time. Was he was gonna be the partner again for Newt Scamander?
Yeah.
He's
And
the guy who wandered around with him while
Yeah.
they wrote the book.
And I loved him though. I thought he was awesome.
He was a great.
Apparently Ezra Miller's coming back. I don't know how Clarence is supposed to come back in this, but he's back. Like I thought he died.
Probably memories or some shit like that,
Who?
flashbacks and stuff.
No,
No, I bet he was his essence or whatever is a lot. I bet he's a.
Yeah, because
I'm not surprised he's.
they bubbled him or some shit like that, didn't they?
no.
he exploded.
He
but I bet
exploded.
His essence was a lot. I bet his. I don't know. It's
I know.
magic.
This is magic, but like I don't know. I like how they didn't change Newt Scamander's wardrobe. I think that's okay. Basically, Newt Scamander reminds me. It's basically Doctor Who in the Harry Potter universe in my mind when I look at it.
Kind of.
Hate Harry Potter with
Okay.
all my being.
Why do you hate Harry Potter? Can I ask you
God,
this?
Because what you guys just said. Oh, magic, fuck it. That's the entire fucking thing. It's just like, this thing really doesn't add magic. Fuck it. It adds up now.
It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
God damn it! That fucking video.
Like I said, I like the first Fantastic Beast for what it was, but my thing again with the title is because I had the Fantastic Beast little guidebook when I was younger, and I thought it was just gonna be him adventuring around
rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like the Pokemon equivalent to Fantastic
No.
Beasts of him catching these things, but it wasn't. It was more I liked the movie, but I just kind of didn't think it should have been called Fantastic Beasts.
I think it was fine as what it is.
Yeah, the movie, like I said, the movie's fine. I just think the title was weird to call it Fantastic Beasts when you only see 5 monsters and then a little bit of each other monster that he's caught. Hulu reveals The Handmaid's Tales is set to return with season 2 premiere of the dystopian drama arriving in spring 2018. I actually really enjoyed The Handmaid's Tale a lot. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
I haven't before.
Nope. Heard of that.
It's very interesting. I recommend it. ABC increases the number of episodes of their upcoming Roseanne revival series, set to debut in 2018 from 8 episodes to 9. Ooh,
God
one
dang.
Oh boy.
one more episode.
Further that story.
Did you not like Roseanne? I feel like Roseanne seems like the kind of show you and your family watch late nights.
My sister was really into it, but I never really.
I-
It was kind of before my time, truth be told.
Yeah. Did you like Roseanne, Jay? Did you ever watch it?
What I watched was enjoyable. A lot of the stars are in other stuff now.
Like
Right.
George
so-
Lopez. That's
Right.
what my family watched.
Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
completes filming of the pilot TV series of Tremors on Sci-Fi and marks the occasion with an image of...
Wait, give me a second. They re-brought back the Tremors TV show. There was a TV show about on Sci-Fi for Tremors, and it was short-lived, and I enjoyed it. They're saying there's another Tremors TV show coming back.
That's like a reboot. It's
Holy
Kevin.
fucking
It
shit.
takes after the first movie. Kevin Bacon is still hunting graboids,
I'll
and it's
watch
about Kevin
this.
Bacon's daughter and him.
I'll watch it. It'll be bad, but I'll enjoy it. I enjoy Tremors.
I know
so
y'all
bad
really
it
like
is.
Tremors. Why? Can I ask, him and John? What made you so? What made you interested in Tremors? In general,
Because it was like a monster movie that was just really bad but funny, so I enjoyed it. I used to watch it with my dad all the time.
I mean,
so.
I like the Tremors movies for what they are, but I don't think they need a TV series. It's just hey guys, do you remember Critters? We're making a Critters movie.
Yeah, well, think about
They
it.
didn't
It's
make-
Sci-Fi Channel. They didn't need a Sharknado 7, but we got one.
You've got it.
Oh, you're right. Amazon Studio lands the Lord of the Rings TV series with a multi-season commitment that will explore the stories set before the Fellowship of the Ring.
That's fine. That's
Hold
100%
on.
Okay.
fine.
How long before does it say?
It's probably an anthology series, each season taking up an idea.
So it'll be like the Legendarium?
I don't fucking know.
Fuck.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of that is talked about.
My new Tolkien files here, Jay and Eli. What would be one story you'd like to see become a season in your guys'?
I would like to see the Children of Hearn. I think it's called.
And what's that
Children.
about?
It's been a while. It's not.
Okay. No, what
Yeah,
about?
I haven't read it for a while.
Okay. If you can look that up and explain it, like, I'll ask Eli then. What do you think would be a good?
I'd watch anything. I like most of it. I think they'll probably do something on the Silmarils. Because
Like, what do
that's
you-
like his.
That would be nice.
That's like
to
his
know.
third most known thing after
Yeah,
the
but I
War
thought
of
the
the Ring.
Silmarillion wasn't really a book. It was more like a textbook you use to like, because that's how I personally use the Silmarillion is because in the newer versions of the Lord of the Rings books, they have tag notes of like which page the Silmarillion has
Yeah.
that explains what they're talking about.
And you're right, but I just mean the specific thing of the Silmarils. They got created, and then they, like
Okay.
how Morgoth gets them. And
Well, it's about
And they're-
Morgoth. Sean and Hearn's about. I'm sorry. It's about like. It's taken from the pages of the Silmarillion.
Okay.
It's about how Turin and his son of Turin, a race of men, and they're basically pursuing Morgoth and whatnot.
I want more about the wizards, the different colored wizards. I like the forest wizard. Okay, like that dude seemed fucking cool.
He's
Oh,
a brown wizard.
The wizard of the
Right,
brown.
yes.
The brown
I
wizard.
guessed?
Yeah. I want to see what the fuck that dude
You're
was
like
doing.
the Forest Wizard, and I was like,
What?
think the.
The one that
Yeah.
was essentially how
He's
was
something
brown.
I
about
would like it.
Bob Medell.
I would
He was
like
in
it.
the fucking movies.
He
If-
was, but like you know what I
He
mean.
was not.
I mean, like he was in the movie, but he wasn't supposed to be in the movie, right?
He wasn't. No, he wasn't in the movie whatsoever.
No,
Oh.
the other wizard. Yeah.
Tom Bombadil is this basically really powerful fucker. He was in the first Lord of the Rings book, and a trilogy at least, and he played in such a role. I thought, but he was never really in it
Oh, okay.
in the movies at least.
I would also like it if they just kind of. I don't know if they can, but there was never really much said on the south and the east of Middle Earth. Other than it's like, yeah, they sided with Sauron, that's it. They have fucking big ass elephants that they breed for war.
Yeah, you only just see Legolas just capping them.
But like on the wizard note, like the blue wizards, that's where they go. I think it's to the east.
I thought they went to the oceans.
What do you mean?
Like the blue wizards were a lot of like water-based shit. Like
I don't know.
they disappeared into the oceans every once in a while and shit like that.
All I know is they go to either the east or the south. I don't remember. And
Yeah.
then you never hear about them, and it's like, yeah, like the east and the south sided with Sauron. So it's like, what the fuck happened to those wizards? They didn't do a very good goddamn job.
Right.
Of making
So-
sure they didn't go to Sauron, or
Yeah,
so
that's
the
their whole
wizards-
job.
okay.
Was
Yeah,
to
that's
prevent
basically
the
their
yeah, but
return.
Saruman,
Sauron.
got corrupt.
yeah, Saruman the White got
Oh
corrupted.
yeah.
Yeah,
But he doesn't die.
I know, but that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, do you not think those other wizards maybe have just?
they could have been.
Oh,
That'd
so
be-
they just
that'd
they
be
just
an
never
interesting
they
fucking
just,
story.
So
They
they,
don't
just,
tell you.
they don't tell you. Okay,
If they did get corrupted, why weren't they in the War of the Ring?
maybe they were killed. Who knows?
That I don't know. It'd just be an interesting thing to like.
They
for them to
they
gloss
recreate
over.
Shadow of War for one season, and like to get the
Fucking
final ending,
microtransaction.
they come up. They're like, the last minutes. Like, if you want the true ending, please
Yeah.
play 99 cents for it.
99 cents would be like fucking $50. They make you pay for that.
99 cents for every 5 minutes of this episode.
Yeah.
God, welcome to EA.
No, but that like, I don't know. Like, as long as they don't do what The Hobbit did and just extend out a story that doesn't need to be extended out that ridiculously fucking long.
Yeah.
And put in like half elf characters that never existed and half dwarf characters that never existed. I don't know. I like the Hobbit movies for what they are, but I hope, you know what I mean. I mean, did you like it?
The Hobbit movies were never good.
One was
the last
good.
one was kind of.
Yeah. Last one was just not needed to me.
It could have been one. The second and third one could have been combined.
I even
They
think the
pulled out
first
shorter.
three. I think all three of them could have just been combined and took out all that like fluff of the fucking
Yeah, they probably could have.
half
yeah.
dwarf and half.
Yeah, they probably could have, but they were trying to tell too many stories
Exactly. Like, I don't know.
because they pushed the Sauron coming
guys,
back.
Why make one movie and get a bunch
Yeah,
of
that
money
too.
when
Yeah.
you can get 3 movies and make a bunch of money?
Right. Like, and like I said, like, I don't know. I'd like to have a like. This sounds weird. I like Smaug. I like the story that like the like how Smaug became Smaug. I think it's an interesting story.
That would be another interesting thing is if they did more on different dragons,
Yeah, because
like Glaroom.
Smaug's actually not all that huge for a dragon.
No, he's small compared to the dragons that are in.
Yeah, they are fucking huge.
Yeah, like there's one that carries Balrogs on its back.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. They're
I don't remember its
fucking
name, I just know it was a thing.
massive.
That's the thing, like, and this is gonna go off topic, but like, if for Jay, can I ask you if they started doing, say, like Disney started doing anthology series, like in essence to what like Amazon wants to do with Lord of the Rings, like what would you want to see in a Star Wars like mini series that they would do? Like, and I know because I know you have
They're kind of doing those with the movies.
Yeah,
I know, but like if they
stuff
were
like the Old Republic and bring that, like the games, it was like
Revan.
The Revan would be fucking fun, or like something with like the Usain Vaughn.
yeah.
You know about the Usain Vaughn line?
No.
They basically later in the books they fuck up the New Republic. They're just like this really powerful.
Oh wait, are they one of the?
really-
Yeah, okay. Are they
They
the?
had more like these like living bodysuits and had these weapons. And
Are
shit.
they the ones that don't have a connection to the Force?
I think you're right.
Because there's like a weird alien race that has that, and then they
You
invade
might
the
be
galaxy.
right, but like they're fucking horrible people. I like to see that. Or something to do with Thrawn. Well, Thrawn's already in Rebels, but
I
I'm
know.
sure they're gonna kill Thrawn.
The thing about Thrawn is really cool though is that Rebels kind of makes him a sympathy character in some parts, and it's actually very interesting.
I don't probably be a sympathy character. I find him to be.
We worst piece of trash that deserves to die.
He's fantastic, and I like Thrawn a lot. He's just wants to kill him. He just strategizes and wants to kill him. In the book, the new book Thrawn that.
Is that the
He's on-
sequel book or is that just the
That's
new
a,
book?
That's a new book that's now canon that has stopped Thrawn, that introduces Thrawn. There's gonna be a sequel coming out next year, which I'm gonna.
Okay, so I was gonna ask if that sequel came out yet.
No.
For Gil or anyone else, is there like, do you think there's any kind of series that you'd like to take this kind of like mini series thing to see their progression? Like fantasy, whatever kind of series that you know has a ton of lore that you think would be interesting.
Kirby.
Like, just take the most out of place background characters in any and all media, and give them the most tragic and or hilarious
Well,
backstories.
no, and just like in general, like there's nothing. You have
Just
nothing.
like expand the universe of something you like Kirby.
Why you keep bringing that
I
up?
don't know, because you were playing it.
Do you want to play it?
No, fuck no, I don't want to play Kirby.
Right, like honestly, if you guys are gonna think I'm weird, but like I don't know. I think that they could do that with if Game of Thrones does keep going and just do spin-off stories. There are a lot of like short stories that George R.R. Martin wrote that could actually work out a little
Yeah,
bit
or just
more.
like things that are mentioned in the books but never really explored.
Right,
There's
like-
a lot of history they mention.
I want to see the war that the Ned and fucking Robert started.
Yeah.
That would to me would be an interesting story. Like, I think that like as much as we consume media as it is, I think that these miniseries could work out a lot better. Like that's what I think at least. If
I was just on that note. Mine would be Halo, but I want it to be good.
you don't want that YouTube series,
God.
Dead Space.
Dead Space, like
Give it a proper ending.
for you guys, like well for you, I don't.
Give it a proper ending.
Yeah, that's not gonna get it.
No.
So, like, what part of Halo are you thinking? Because, like, I'd like to see Reach.
Okay.
I'd like to
Yeah,
see Reach.
I was about to be like Reach and or the war that kind of happened before Reach. Harvest is one I really like. Basically anything that doesn't have the Master Chief or Blue Team. I don't really care for them.
So you are one of those like I don't like Master Chief as much.
He has so much plot armor because it's like, oh no, he's not gonna die because he still needs to be in fucking Halo, 6 when it comes out. So he's obviously not gonna die in whatever he's in. And so it's just like, that's why I liked Reach. It was just like, yeah, we'll fucking kill characters. We don't even give a shit.
I'm gonna be weird. I kind of think Warcraft should have went the miniseries route instead of a movie.
Yeah.
I think Warcraft would have made a better series than it would a movie. I liked Warcraft. You liked it for what it was.
I liked it. I knew nothing about it, but it was very entertaining.
But he, like-
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess Resident Evil would make a good miniseries like this, and it's like a World War Z anthology story, but in the Resident Evil, where like each story is like one of the Redfields, then Leon, I think that could work. Then we go on to let's see. Fox and Hulu team up to bring Hitman franchise and Agent 47 to the small screen with a live-action TV series from the writer of John Wick. This makes me pumped.
I think that could be really good if they do it right.
Have you seen John Wick?
No, I know Jay wanted me to watch it
Oh,
really
it's so
bad.
fucking
really
I
fun,
still
though.
haven't seen it.
Honestly, that's like the best combination. The writers of John Wick and Hitman,
No,
just smash them together.
Yeah.
Jay gave me John Wick and then like 8 seasons of The Big Bang Theory, and I watched The Big Bang Theory instead.
The Big Bang Theory.
I know that's not very.
Wait, do you have my copy of John Wick, or do I have it here?
Are you asking if I have it?
Did I give you my copy?
You did, but I gave it back.
Okay, cool. I
That,
can
that was
remember.
that was a year ago.
Okay, cool. It's still here though.
A social media post of Jeff Johns seems to imply the upcoming DC-based streaming series Titans will include the Doom Patrol. Alright, I'm gonna have to put this context of what the Doom Patrol is. The Doom Patrol is basically the Fantastic Four and the X-Men combined together, where the original Doom Patrol had Negative Man, who could come out of his body and shoot proton energy, Woman, who literally grows, Psychic dude, I can't remember his name, but he created force fields and shit, and Robo guy, who was a robot.
That was on Beast Boy.
They also had Beast Boy, and I think that makes, because a lot of DC Continuum doesn't always just has Beast Boy just being there. The only one that really had Beast Boy being part of the Doom Patrol was the original Teen Titans series, and like Beast Boy wants to live up to them, and so that's why he goes out on his own.
And then proudly joins the team.
And I think that's an interesting concept to have, that like Beast Boy is now Beast Boy being that legacy character.
He's trying to live up to
Right.
expectation.
Just as equivalent to how Dick Grayson is going to be, and how apparently I think Kid Flash is going to be in this. I think that's an interesting concept to have. Netflix HBO is reportedly looking to add a fall 2018 production start date for their long-awaited and sure to be swear-filled Deadwood revival movie. I'm excited.
I haven't finished Deadwood. I'm on the first season. I know
It's really good.
Wild Bill gets killed off. That's common knowledge. Like, I'm there. He's dead, and I'm gonna host a trial.
It was a western.
It's really good. What's his face from Justified's in it.
It's a shit town. Have you ever been to Deadwood?
I lived
Yeah, I've
there
been
for a
Deadwood
summer,
several
and it was
times.
terrible.
You lived in Deadwood?
Yeah, he did.
For 2 months.
That sounds miserable.
It was, because I was in the summer, and so everything costs like $15. It's like, you want a fucking cheeseburger? Yeah, that's gonna be more than you make in 2 hours. It's just like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Netflix flagship Marvel series Daredevil starts filming season 3 in New York this week ahead of its 2018 return. I'm really excited for this one. So, following the firing of the star Kevin Spacey, House of Cards is scrambling to write a season 6 that doesn't include Frank Underwood.
Why shouldn't you? I hear rumors it's gonna be his wife.
I honestly want Kevin Spacey to leave as Frank Underwood and be like, I'm gay now.
Yeah,
And then just resign.
I was just about to say, I was like, that'll be the excuse to be like, where'd he go? And be like, oh, he's gay. It's just like, oh,
So,
write his character off.
Fox announces the premiere of X-Files Season 11 with the show returning earlier than anticipated and unveils key art. It comes out January 3rd.
I haven't watched all of X-Files, nor have I watched the reboot. I heard bad things.
Reboot's okay. I like I Want to Believe a lot more than I like the reboot, so that very terrifies me about it, because I Want to Believe was a bad movie. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Is that the one with the weird Frankenstein guy?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie
Yeah.
for what it was.
Paul Scheer says the Galaxy Quest television series takes off right after the first series, right after the first movie, but it also is playing on that Galaxy Quest has a TNG equivalent, and it'll be 2 ships, and explores the fandom, how the fandom has changed throughout the years.
I like that.
I think that's fucking smart, though.
It is.
It's very
It is,
smart
and,
to
and
have.
hopefully Galaxy Quest is going to be very meta about, like, I hope it's not like, like Orville, like, but I hope it's, like, this meta, because...
The Orville becomes less meta as the
Yeah,
series
I
goes
didn't
along.
finish watching Orville, so...
Yeah, no,
Orville's really good, though. I'm not going to diss anything about Orville. Like, I don't know, I hope it's, like, Galaxy Quest is just, like, really super meta about, like, all the stuff that happens, and... I hope it's
Right, and like, but that's the thing. Like, I can only imagine like who the Picard-like character would be. Like,
Oh.
that'd be fucking hilarious. Like, if the stories from what Maria Sirtis said during the con, if they play onto that, kind of like Patrick Stewart was kind of a douche offset.
Yeah.
How fucking funny would that be?
That would be funny.
Like, Eli's looking at us like, you fucking nerds.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So,
No, that's very understandable. So that's been our news. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to go check out our sister podcasts, Lunch Money Radio, as well as John Dean's Let's Plays at I Am John Dean. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Toodles. Later.